So Apple just released a brand new laptop, and this might be one of the most affordable ways to get into the Apple ecosystem right now. It starts at just $599, but when you factor things in like Apple's education student discount, it gets you closer to that $499 range, which honestly makes this thing really interesting. So the question is this actually worth your money? Let's find out. All right, so starting off with the box, it's very clean, it's very Apple. You've got the image right up front, nothing too busy. This is the 8 gig memory version with 256 gigs of internal storage. So let's go ahead and open it right up. So right at the top, you'll notice you get the laptop itself, but we're gonna put that to the side momentarily just to see what else is included in the box. Next up, you've got what looks to be like a startup guide. Yep, this just tells you some of the features of the laptop externally. And next up, you've got the charging brick here. USB Type-C, and you've also got a braided USB to USB Type-C cable, and that looks like everything that is included in the box. Now taking the laptop out, all right, wow, you can see my fingerprint smudges there, but yeah, this thing is really nice. And so the first thing that really stands out to me is that beautiful indigo blue color. I'm really loving that. It's not too loud or overly done. It's actually pretty subtle, just depending on how the light shifts a bit, which gives it a more premium look. And as far as the build, it's exactly what you'd expect. This thing feels very lightweight and solid. And so now let's just open it up. And so right away, it will power on. It's got the very clean display. There should not be a notch on this one. So taking a look at the keyboard, it's slightly lighter than the body, which I actually like. It gives it a bit of contrast without doing too much. And I'm actually glad that they kept it in the same tone family. If they went with something like a full black or white keyboard, it probably would have clashed a bit more with the color. This monochromatic look with the lighter blues just blends a lot better overall in my opinion. One thing to note though is that this keyboard isn't backlit. So if you're using this in low light situations or at night, you might want to keep that in mind. It's not necessarily a deal breaker, but it does affect usability just depending on how you use the laptop. And going into a bit more about the keyboard, it feels pretty nice. This is not the one that has the fingerprint scanner at the top right. It just works as a lock and unlock functionality. But essentially this feels like every other MacBook keyboard that I've touched in the past. It's pretty smooth. It's not very clicky. The trackpad is also pretty good comparing the proportions to the keyboard itself. It has a single click. I don't feel a double or triple click function in here. The display brightness is really good as well. It gets pretty bright. Now I've got a few lights in here and you can still see the screen pretty easily. And the bezels are still a little bit large. You got the rounded off corners here. You've also got a speaker grill cut out here, 3.5 millimeter audio jack, and 2 USB Type-C ports. The feet at the bottom are pretty nice. They're a little bit more flat than I've seen on previous MacBooks. On the opposite end, you also get another speaker port. And so yeah, that's just a brief, quick walk around of the laptop. If you're a student taking notes, watching videos on a flight, sending emails, or even taking notes during a meeting, this is perfect for that. This is one of those laptops you can just carry around without thinking about it too much. But if you're expecting this to handle anything heavy, that's where I'd pause. We still need to see how this performs when you actually push it to its limits, and there aren't any additional vents here. I'm curious to know how this thing handles thermals overall, and that may be something I'd want to test before recommending it for anything beyond basic use. So if you're thinking about buying this, here's the real question: is this enough? For casual use, yes, it probably is. Streaming, browsing, note-taking, this should handle that no problem. But for anything beyond that, we'll have to see. And then there's the upgrade question. If you already own a newer MacBook, this probably isn't for you. This feels more like a lifestyle upgrade than a performance one. But if you don't have a MacBook yet, this is actually really interesting because even at that $599 starting price, and especially closer to that $499 range, you're getting a solid build, a clean display, access to the Apple ecosystem, which is a lot for the price. You're not really paying for power here, you're paying for the overall experience. And for a lot of people, that just might be enough. So yeah, for my first impressions, this is clean, simple, and honestly more practical than I expected. If you want to see a more in-depth review where I actually test performance, thermals, and things of that nature, and what it can really handle, let me know and I'll put that together. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.